Sending me something on Facebook.
Stand up. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome. So, first thing on the agenda, manifest dated 12/4/2025 in the amount of, make a motion to approve the manifest dated 12/4/2025 in the amount of $52,428.37.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Make a motion to approve the manifest dated 12/11/2025 in the amount of $400,856.09.
Second.
Well, $276,190 was the school tax and $63,000 was for the trustees of the trust fund. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Leo,
Yes.
could you also do I didn't have the minutes on this agenda, could the
Oh.
minutes if you could approve those as well, sorry.
Yep, that's okay. Make a motion to approve the minutes dated November 25th, 2025.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Mail.
How about it?
We. I don't know how to say this one.
Complaint form or gas station?
Excuse me?
It's
Go ahead.
a official complaint form on Mina.
Signature folder.
Coming in and out of the door. Sorry.
Should I?
I guess it's timber cuts, right?
As one's an intent, one's a yield tax.
So we have one, intent to cut wood, M for lot 40/41. And this one's
Yield tax.
yield tax. This is in the lot number,
Should be in the top portion of it.
oh, 419/5. Departments reports.
Step right in. November was a little bit on the slower side for us. 245 total calls for service. We had 3 arrests, 1 offense report, investigation pulled, 38 motor vehicle stops, 6 motor vehicle accidents, and the canine was deployed out once for a missing person up at the treatment center. Successful track. He ended up walking back into his group as we were tracking him, but we found a bunch of stuff that he dropped in the woods, so got that back to him. So all in all, successful for her. I did pull a little fun overall stat versus our year-to-date stats. Oh, did you guys not get a copy? I can make you a copy. Just comparing what we were at the end of 2024 last year to what we're at as of today in 2025. Just comparing some things. Some things are down, some things are up. Our calls for service were actually down this year to total right now is 3,317 versus we were at 4,175 at year end last year. But we're up in arrests, we're up to 37 year to date this year as opposed to a total of 26 for all of last year. Our motor vehicle stops are up, we're up to 625 for the year as of today. And our motor vehicle stops total last year were 595. We're almost equal to what we were at with motor vehicle accidents. We had 41 in total last year, and we're at 40 so far this year. And our canine deployments are at 21 year to date, and we're overall at 35 last year. So kind of a up and down in some aspects. We're a lot busier with arrests this year, which is keeping us tied to the office a little bit more, but we're out there doing a lot more car stops this year too, which is very important for the the roadways in town.
So did you include the one today with the accident?
No, I did year to day as of
Yeah.
November 30th. So
Got it.
yeah, this month's off to a busy start already.
Any questions?
I do have an announcement if I could.
Any questions?
It's on the town website, I had Caitlin post it, next Wednesday, starting at 9 AM, the fishing game dive team is gonna have a pretty heavy presence along 153 down by Province Lake. They're gonna be conducting diving under the ice. They're gonna have an airboat out there. It's complete training exercise. There's no cause for alarm or anything like that. I just wanted to get that out there to the public before everybody's concerned that something's going on. So they're gonna have the whole dive team there from all across the state plus the airboat. So, and they should be there a better part of the day, they said.
What day is that?
Wednesday, starting at 9 AM.
That's, what day is that?
The 17th.
I think it's the 17th. Yeah, the 17th. So they'll be there for the better part of the day, they said. They didn't really have a wrap-up time, but said an extended period of time. Just so everybody's aware.
Okay, sounds good. You gonna be involved?
No,
Right.
I'm not a diver.
Not gonna jump in the water.
Cool. Good?
Good to go.
I'm good.
I'm good.
JT?
So I apologize, I don't have my full report. I've been on the road all day and then losing internet this afternoon completely derailed that. So I do have basic stats. We did have 39 calls for the month of November, so a relatively busy month for us as well. Nothing major that stands out through the month, pretty routine stuff. Trees and lines down, medical calls. Couple brush fires. Nothing too crazy. We did have a pellet stove fire. That's about it.
Okay. Any questions?
Nope.
Audience, questions? Seeing none? Thank you, JT.
Actually, wait a minute, I do have a comment.
Alright.
Okay.
This is to go with the parade on the 29th. Thank you guys very much for that. At the dinner, I did make a comment. I wanna make a comment here. Fire department's involvement, everybody's involvement, it, made me feel very good to finally see something back in this town. Parade and celebration of our town, and it's very much appreciated for somebody that's been here for over 50 years, so thank you.
Absolutely, and
Thanks, Phil.
I'm glad you brought that up. I didn't even think to speak of it, but yeah, it was kind of a pipe dream at the beginning, like everybody else does a Christmas parade, why don't we? So let's do one. And it happened to work out that the library had all these events planned, so being able to do it all on the same day kind of tied everything in for everybody together. So I think it worked well with the whole schedule of events for the day. It made for a long day, but I think overall it was great. We didn't have a huge participation in the parade, but I was pleasantly surprised with what we did have. So it was nice to see, some people come out, some spectators. We did have a couple floats, so we did do awards for each of the floats as well. And next year, bigger and better.
Yeah, hopefully next year bigger and better, and thank you to those that have the strength for the cold and rode motorcycles in the parade.
Yeah, really.
The mentally challenged award. I don't know who looked colder, you or Santa? Probably Santa.
Yeah, he said that was cold.
Yeah.
Yes, and also South Effingham, with their fun stuff going on with the Christmas tree lighting and everything else was good. It was a very busy day.
Yeah, it was.
Because you brought that up though, you just reminded me of something. So in future for the tree lighting, I know there was an officer there. Maybe, just an idea, maybe while the tree lighting is going on, we direct traffic down Stevens Road. I know it may inconvenience some people, but I know that cars are trying to get through there, and I go every year, and it seems like the same situation, just food for thought.
Yeah, it was pretty crowded.
We can plan on that for next year.
This was actually the first year that we've attended with trucks and everything, and actually Russ Hawks, who lives right there on the corner, actually made the suggestion that, Brian come down and attend, and we all kind of control traffic, because it can be a nightmare on that corner, so. Yeah, that was definitely one of the comments that I heard from Russ was, the traffic got a little hairy, especially when people were coming from the church over to the lighting, and then during the lighting, they're all on the road, so.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea to just divert it next year.
Next year, we can do it on both sides, Bailey Road and Stevens Road,
Yeah.
and make it a one big thing.
Mark that down.
Yes. Actually, ties into something I'm hopeful for next year, fingers crossed, if we get approved for it.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Rebecca, hi,
Hello,
you're up.
okay, you got my report? So, any
No,
questions?
I ran out of, we didn't have internet for a moment, I didn't get to print it.
Oh,
You got
okay,
me, Mark?
You emailed it to us, so.
yeah, I emailed it to all of you,
Yes.
I've got a copy here if you wanna pass it up and down.
Do you want me to make copies real quick?
Yeah, make a copy, both sides.
But it's, pretty simple. It's pretty slow,
Okay.
so,
The holiday, I'm sure.
yeah,
People are busy, they're away.
December's usually a slow month,
Yeah.
anyhow.
yeah. I'm spending a little time in communication with the planning board. So some of the things that I've been concerned about are being addressed. And, otherwise, just following up on the stuff that's been on our list. Or you can pass it to the other read.
Yeah, we have that.
Yeah, I was mailed, I have that question. Cause I was copied on it. But it's not a public.
Thank you.
I think I had one, cause I had the
I
original.
made an extra.
Send it down to Caitlin, you can put it in some file folder. Just to post it. Yeah,
Just what?
Just post.
just read the post-it. We
Okay.
can talk about it another time.
Alright. You just read close to over. You want it back?
So, we had, 3 permits issued, home occupation approval. I did a couple of site visits. The upper part of in the detail, I've had a conversation about the warning and the warning letter. I just spoke to the gentleman, they said they mailed it, it hasn't come. I don't know when, something that was mailed 2.5 weeks ago. Not here yet, it could be lost somewhere in the office, or we'll have him send another one. It's a building permit application and a home occupation application, that's all. Rivers Mountain Road, you have the file for me to
Yeah,
Complete
it's back
that.
from them.
complete that, and the only other thing really of any interest is
And you have the other one, right? 72,
72,
number permit 72.
permit 72, yeah, that's all done, that's all
Okay.
issued.
Was that the driveway that's way down?
No.
No, not that one.
Well, we all drop down.
It's on the right hand side,
Yeah.
but towards the other end of the town road, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, they all dropped down. Looked like they did a nice job with a flat landing coming off before they dropped down.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
So, and that's really all we control, although, there was information with it about steep slopes, I spoke to him about steep slopes. The way the engineer had designed the driveway was 12%, so it didn't qualify for steep slopes. So, we covered all our bases there best we could.
Good.
Morris Avenue, no activity, I mean, still on the market, but there's nobody living there, the structure's taken down. We'll deal with, if it hasn't sold, we'll deal with the remaining junk in the spring. They're not on here anymore, cause that's just
Okay,
something that there really isn't anything active. And, I had a conversation with JT about property on, well, I had a conversation with Caitlin, who had a conversation with JT about a property on Green Mountain Road, the one with the door
oh, yeah,
on it, yeah. They're not using the RV, so, that's fine. Just trying to make sure everybody there is safe.
okay, sounds good.
thank you.
Nothing else?
Any questions, Sharon?
No.
Any questions from the audience? Seeing none, thank you very much.
Oh, wait, and the files in.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
The binder.
Whoa.
I just have one question for you.
State your name.
Blair Foltz, Center Effingham. I would just like to request that you stay, because I had a couple questions on compliance on the diesel canopy at the gas station. And I
Okay.
think that's a zoning question
I'm
because
happy to stay.
there's no canopy.
I gotta post it on the door if someone comes in that I.
But it's gonna be,
Or come back.
Oh, it's a while.
what time you're gonna be done?
I'm here till 6.
Okay, if you're,
I'll go,
So if you come back when you're,
come back, I'm happy to answer the.
yeah, because you're open for business right now.
Yeah, I'm open for business. I
Yeah,
got my
so-
file, go write that permit, and I'll be available to
great, thank
answer
you,
any questions.
thank you.
Alright, thank you, Rebecca. Selectmen reports, who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Yeah, last week was a busy week, being the first week of the month, there was meetings every single night, some nights actually, there were 2 meetings. We're moving right along in every direction, building committee, still waiting on some numbers, but we are still moving a little forward. We were supposed to have a meeting Monday, but we changed that, and we're gonna meet tomorrow, to discuss, further anything that comes in. Did attend the planning board meeting, and the planning board is working on the Vertex. Vertex has been rescheduled. It was on a continuance till January 8th, so if anyone was looking at that. There was no discussion on it at the planning board because there was a continuance, so nothing was discussed. Zoning is just kind of working on some of the ADUs and the new stuff coming through that will have to be changed, as well as the planning board is working on that too, to update all of the ordinances to go along with everything that has changed in the state. And that's really about it, other than attend that. I will say also, JT, that was a great parade. I thought it was great. The whole day was good. It's a shame if you missed it.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I made my comments about the parade and all the activities that day, Santa's workshop, the tree lighting, everything was fantastic. And again, to see, for people that just came in, to see something like that in this community that I've been in for over 50 years, my whole life, it's a good feeling. It's been since the 70s, really,
49 years this year.
since we did anything like that. So it's fantastic to see. Last Friday, I attended a certification and training in Concord all day long for the health officers role. So it's a 3-year certification. So, and outside of the meetings that Rose already talked about, and dealing with our first significant snowstorm of the year. I personally felt like it went very well. I think the roads were in fantastic shape. There were some concerns about some parking lots. They got rectified immediately. So we have plenty of material stocked up. They delivered salt again for this upcoming storm tomorrow. There is going to be a long drawn out storm that's gonna amount to basically nothing tomorrow, so everybody please be careful and courteous and cautious, and please remember that we live in New Hampshire, rural New Hampshire. And I really think that we get our bang for our buck as far as our contract price goes and the amount of work that we get out of them. I don't think that Elliott's trucks haven't, I think they've run every single day, just for some sanding, salting, pushing back, cleaning up, for some reason. I feel like they're doing a fantastic job. When you compare it to the budgets of other towns, it really solidifies the bang for the buck that we're getting. The other thing I wanted to say was, I see a lot of comments about the assessments and property taxes. And I won't go on a long drawn out thing. I have plenty I could say about the comments on there. We are having an auction of town property this Saturday. The 22 properties that are on there, half of them are postage stamps lots that the town of Effingham has owned since the 40s. We haven't had a town auction in I don't know how long in this town. And we need to get this property, if we can, back on the tax rolls. That's the bottom line. As far as property that we've taken, it's not because we elevated the taxes beyond, anybody's ability to pay them. I do know that there are people that struggle. Just remember, please, that, everybody that is elected in the town of Effingham, we all pay taxes too. If you're elected, you live here, you pay taxes too. The market is what it is, and for the people to make the comments about, nobody looked at their property, it's a 5-year cycle. So that means they may not have looked this year, they may not have looked at your property this summer, it may have been 4 years ago. But somewhere within that 4 or 5 year cycle, your property was looked at. If you didn't allow the assessors inside, then they have procedures that they follow to do the best that they can from the outside of the structures. But we're not trying to stuff our pockets with money, by taking people's property just so we can resell it. That's not the idea. This stuff doesn't pay for itself. And as long as we have people that don't pay their taxes, that's less that we have in the coffers to pay for all of the necessities that we need, public safety and service. So, it's our duty to get things back on the tax rolls. The unfortunate reality of life is there's three things you must do in life. Pay taxes, die, and listen to your significant other, so.
I'll just add to that, all the properties that are going for the auction, there's only one, the PK Motel, that has a building on it, the rest of them don't. They're all just land. So,
Done, by the way.
right? Good?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, great job, all of you guys, last weekend. So, yeah, one thing I think it was yesterday or day before, I met with, talking to Billy and, Jane about pushing snow in front of the historical building, the society, where, the pillars are. They're concerned that Elliot might hit one of the pillars. So I don't know if you wanna talk to them about it, or they don't wanna have the snow pushed into the property. So, I said I would mention it.
Okay.
On the HTH project, I do have a voucher for,
Is this selectmen comments?
yeah, but I'm gonna bring it up at this.
All right.
Cause it's not on the agenda. So I met with Chuck last week, or, is it last week? Yeah, last week. So, informing him to try to get the last voucher in prior to the end of the year. So a lot of it's, involved with the clover leaf, some of the stuff that's being accomplished in the bathrooms and everything else. So, I'm trying to see what the total price here is. So there was a total of, vouchers for $11,149.77, which will be deducted from the arts grant. On top of that, EPS is, because EPS, the Effingham Preservation Society, which I'm treasurer, handles the money for the HCH project. We have separate accounts for that because we're a 501c3. So on that account, Preservation Society is also coming out of the HCH account, $5,010.59. So since I'm a treasurer, I can't do this, so you gotta do it.
So what am I making a motion for?
Voucher.
That total and this? Or is this the total?
This is a total. Voucher 6, I think it's voucher 6, yeah.
Yep.
Let's see, 6.
That's the check, right?
Yeah. So it's a combination of both. Let me give you the number, total. Oops. There'll be 3 checks issued out.
No,
No, I'm incorrect. That's the total right there. $11,149.77.
So we have more vouchers coming?
No, that's it. This is what the 3 checks will be issued out.
Okay, cause this one voucher matches that check. This one's only,
It's just a continuous page, 11, 12, 13. Page 2. They just break it out to different amounts. I know it's confusing. It took me 2 hours to try. Just make a motion for 11,149.
well, I will if I understand what I'm making that motion for, cause I don't have a. Cause that subtotal, I'm sorry, but that subtotal doesn't match. See what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Does that say 1055? No, it says 1,055. So I mean, all that right there doesn't total that.
This does though. This is what's gotta be paid out. I think some of that is. He didn't break it all out into the voucher. All the receipts are right here. There we go.
Okay, that's what I need, right there, yeah.
Go with that one, because that one's just more of just a,
The receipts and stuff like that.
right. That's why Michelle has a hard time sometimes.
And so I make a motion to accept the vouchers and pay the vouchers for
Number 6.
number 6 for the historic town hall project. For a total of $11,145.41 with $5,010.59 coming from the EPS.
I'll second.
Go ahead.
Discussion.
I'm curious where that's coming, where's that money coming from? Like, is that the?
It's all grant money.
It's great money, basically is a,
Approving the grant,
Yes.
yeah, well, some of it from EPS.
Yeah.
Which grant, the other stuff is all inside here on the 7,000 numbers. It's
that's the LCHIP grant, or whatever.
no, it's a HCH Arts Conservation Grant.
Yeah.
Cause that's, a lot of that's for the bathroom.
Yeah.
And it doesn't come from LCHIP. Cause that's.
Yeah.
Okay,
Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those abstaining.
aye.
Abstaining.
So I'll let you give that to Michelle tomorrow.
You just put your budget versus actual in there.
Yeah, it's an old one, but I want her to
Okay,
update
okay.
something on that. Alright, so moving on, business, health officer appointment. Is this it?
You already did all that.
Okay. Town auction discussion.
I'm gonna do town administrator.
Oh, excuse me, I jumped
I was
you.
gonna ask.
Oh, I apologize.
I was just sitting here, I was waiting.
Patiently.
Just slap me, go ahead.
That's your voucher. Paperwork.
I'll be quick, due to a very long ongoing illness with my daughter, back and forth. To add to Chris's comment, I do have to say, I, do wanna compliment, Elliot and Aaron's communication. They have been great, they've asked me if I've gotten any calls about the roads, they're planning to let me know how their schedule flows, so if I do end up getting any calls, I'm aware and have a better understanding if I do get calls, so I do also wanna compliment that, cause I agree it's been a very smooth process so far this season. I've been working on, some auction numbers, as all know, we have the auction coming up Saturday. I've been working on the most asked properties that I've gotten calls on, just to get a head start on those figures. Still fielding out some auction calls and emails, asking about information regarding certain properties. I have received and am currently working on some 91A requests that I've received. The tax rate was set, it was set at 1538, and tax bills have been mailed out, so if you haven't received your tax bill, you should receive it in the mail soon. I did get a request to repurchase a deeded property, so that has been sent out as of today with the figures, and they have until January 9th to repurchase said property. The other thing I have, and I did mention it to Leo earlier, just to pre-plan for anything, discussions about Christmas Eve in the town hall.
As far as closing 12 o'clock.
Oh, you asking to close early? I support that.
Yeah,
Yeah, so basically you're looking at closing at noon on the 23rd. Is it 23rd? Yeah,
24th.
24th, yeah.
She's like, whoa.
23rd.
No, because it's meeting day, so I'll still be here.
Yeah, yeah, I see a problem.
Okay. Alright, so I'll get that posted, just so it's
It's meeting day?
the 23rd,
23rd.
Oh,
yeah,
Wednesday, you're doing the same thing I'm doing.
alright, perfect.
Nice catchy.
Other than that, that's all for the most part,
Good. Thank you.
thank you.
It was-
Oh, on the auction, as far as help, registration.
This is where that is, so I didn't know if you wanted me to take control on that business item.
An announcement or where?
Nope, under business. the
Yeah, why
town
don't you,
options.
yeah, throw that into your,
So, under business, we have a discussion for town auction. I have been talking back and forth with the auctioneers regarding, upcoming Saturday. They are looking to, they're asking for someone of the town to be there to help with the registration and, be there for the auction itself.
you gonna be there?
For anyone to be there with helping of registrations or having the information. So I just wanted to bring that up tonight as well. With the information, I'll plan to be there too, in case any questions are asked that I could possibly help with, or if you want me to do the registration portion for them, it's totally up to you, unless one of you would like to take it on, so.
I mean, all of us will be there,
Yeah,
right?
we'll all be there, I'll be there,
I'll be there.
you'll be there.
which means you should probably post it.
I will do
Is that
that.
right? Exactly.
Okay. We can decide in the morning,
Sounds good to me.
unless you don't wanna be there or. Don't mind.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, see how your daughter is too.
That too, yeah. She's,
Cool.
knock on wood,
Well,
we've been very lucky.
That would,
It's enough wood, I think.
yeah, exactly,
Alright, health officer appointment,
that's it.
we have to do anything else?
no, you already,
We already did.
Everything was signed, and that's pretty much the,
Okay, so that's,
Any other additional announcements? Okay,
oops, public comment's supposed to be there too, sorry.
Yeah.
I had to type up the agenda and I was hoping I had everything because of the internet outage, so I apologize.
alright, so we're gonna open up for public comments and we're gonna limit to 3 minutes, cause we verified our, what's that called, our procedure?
All the rules and
The
procedures.
rules and procedures, and it's always been stated 3 minutes.
Before we do
So,
that,
wait, before you do that,
hold on,
I have something to say, so if you wanna get Rebecca to come out for her.
I'll get.
Hold on a
Rebecca
minute.
here.
In the meantime. The internet for the town offices and the town buildings in general. I've been working with Fidium, Consolidated and Fidium have finally decided to go under the name Fidium. Yeah, I'm moving all of our services over to the Fidium name from the Consolidated name. With that being said, town hall and fire station are currently 100 megabits per second, that's the measurement of speed. The new contract is 1,000 megabits per second, which is 10 times faster. And then the transfer station was currently on a 20 megabit, and that's moving up to a 300, so that's about 15 times faster. And with the new contract, we'll save 53.37 a month
nice,
Nice.
with increasing the speeds tenfold. So
nice,
that's underway.
thank you.
And we're looking at what, next month or a couple months?
The contract went in the other day, so as soon as they come out to do what they gotta do.
Oh, the switches,
I think they gotta swap equipment.
oh, okay,
excellent.
gotcha.
Welcome back.
cold out there for walking around the building.
So we open up the non-public,
Public comment.
Public comment.
public comment, excuse me.
Yeah, I know,
This
you're
new
reading
agenda has
that.
really screwed me
I
up.
know, I'm sorry. We'll be back to the original one next time.
I was wondering about Charlie Roger Village and how many buildings are down there?
I think there's 50 lots, how many lots?
50, I wanna say it's 54.
54.
54 lots.
Camps,
54 lots.
are they all full or are there vacant lots?
There are vacant lots.
And how many houses or camps are there?
That's the number, 50.
Okay,
354.
thank you. Are they all set now, are they all paying their taxes, have they all been assessed?
It's work in progress, and that probably sounds like a cop-out, but it's literally work in progress, so that was all information that we gathered, so working with the new assessing firm and the assessing clerk, and it's gonna take a lot of work. It's gonna take a lot of work to get that squared away and still meet, have conversations potentially with, I don't wanna misspeak, but DRA, I believe, would be the right, agency to get clarification on the billing process, cause right now as it stands, they pay one bill. So essentially they pay,
They're one
They-
whole lot.
they pay one lot with 54, what are they called?
You want me to take over on that part?
Sure.
Okay, so what
I
he's
know what they're
trying,
called.
what he's trying to explain is
Campsites.
Jolly Roger and our tax database, even if you look at our online access GIS, it's one lot. So within their tax card itself, it'll show a building, which would be the rec building they have. And all the features they
Features,
have
thank you.
include all the buildings together. So they're not separate. If you look at the other campgrounds that are here, they are billed on a separate lot. Where Jolly Roger's just one whole lot that's assessed and
One
billed
person
all together.
owns that whole lot.
Correct.
So how do you build the houses that are on those lots?
They're assessed by features. So they're added on as features to the property itself. So they are billed, but they're all billed under the features.
So like a
portion of it.
cabin would be assessed a certain amount, that's a feature.
Goodness, that's unusual.
So that was something that so that all changed in the 90s, because, so we're finding in the research we're doing, a lot of the lots were taken for in lieu of taxes, and when they were bought back, instead of, up until that point, each cabin got an individual tax bill.
Okay,
So it's not a campground, but if you can imagine it like a campground, where the campground owner pays the lot, and then each cabin owner, if it's a structure, whatever, they get an individual tax bill. That's how it was up until the 90s. Well, the town took some of the lots for back taxes, so we're finding out, doing deed research and things like that. And when it was bought back, it was bought back by the owner of the lot. So then it got, all lumped into one lot, back into one lot again. So the part about clarifying with the rules are whether or not that's okay, or if DRA's, I believe it's DRA, wants us to single those out back to where everybody gets individual tax bills, like a campground now. Campground now, if you have a park model or a structure and you put a building on it and you can't readily move it, it's not registered, you as the owner of that structure, and you've got a seasonal site for the winter and you're paying rent, you pay that separately, but you get a tax bill for something that's not registered. So that's how the campgrounds are now, and so we're working on finding out if that needs to revert back to that way.
After we changed it all before, from how it used to be and then how it was again. I
Right.
remember it was when Glenn changed it,
Right.
cause I remember, early on when I was here, that they had just changed Osprey Lake Camping from it being one billing thing to every single site getting its structure billed, even though the underlying land was still part of one general bill.
And back in those days, they referred to that as an involuntary merger. So like, if you have, like historically, if you look, I have two deeds for the property where I live, There were two separate deeds, that Carroll County Register of Deeds, I get one tax bill. And it's one lot. That's called an involuntary merger. Back in the days, the early days of Effingham, and when I say early days, I'm not talking forties and fifties, I'm talking seventies, eighties. It was, you know, to save a stamp, it just went in one envelope and one bill, so,
Any idea how long this is going to take?
a while. Cause in the mix of it, we also had a revaluation, so that kind of, took precedence and to finalize all of that, so, it's,
I'll say by next summer, I mean, by the time we get information from DRA and everything else, then we need to move forward with the owner. Get all that data, so it's gonna, 6 months plus. I would say,
Okay. And I have one for Tyler.
go ahead, please.
We have someone, I don't know who, cause it's always dark when they do it, or he does it, or she does it, you never know. Who really loves the hill
Going up. Okay, yeah.
and just,
About what time roughly? Is it pretty consistent, like
Yeah.
coming home from work?
pretty consistent. It's, I say between around 6, between 6 and 7.
Okay.
And also there's a lot of cars, I ever noticed early morning bouncing over the bridge.
Yes, yep, we've been getting them by the fire station usually.
So,
Okay,
Gotta make sure the bridge is strong.
thank you. Scott?
Yeah, I just want to officially let the select board know that we have a new vacancy on the budget committee. Cody is officially resigned, so we'll be handling that accordingly. And I also would like to say the parade was a lot of fun, and for our fire chief, more meatballs. Went for spaghetti dinner, and that's all I got.
On the website, you wanna post them?
Yeah, I'll forward something to Caitlin like we
Okay.
did last time, and I know we're
Thank you.
getting close to re-upping anyway, but we'll get it posted.
Okay, thank you. Additional public comments? Blair?
So this is sort of to answer, to direct to Rebecca, please. I'm concerned that the P&B gas station doesn't have the canopy over the diesel pumps yet, and they were supposed to put that up. And I assume that's part of compliance for the nod. I don't know, like, what your role is as a zoning officer and following up on the nod, and we were supposed to move the tanks away from that building, and I feel like that's a zoning situation.
Want me to answer?
Yes, please.
The requirement for a canopy over the diesel pump would have been part of site plan approval. Since there were no stipulations of any sort on the zoning approval. It just said that it was,
On the approval or the as-built or the nod? Because the nod says that it has to be in there.
well, either way, it's not zoning compliance, it's that gray area that correct me if you want to, that the zoning enforcement officer does not enforce the requirements of the planning board's site plan approval.
Agree.
So who's in charge
Agreed.
of
Okay,
enforcing
agreed.
that it has, who is in charge of enforcing that it has the canopy over it?
I mean, this is the question, who is in charge of?
We don't have a building inspector.
Yeah, who is in charge? It's not clear to me, this is me speaking personally as a zoning officer, it's not clear to me who is responsible for enforcing, and this would not just be Effingham, it would be any town, who is responsible for enforcing requirements of a site plan approval by a planning board. If the requirements of a site plan are from a planning board, and it is not something that is supposed to be enforced.
It should be stipulated into the site plan that there was a canopy could be put over the diesel.
Right, but who enforces it if it says?
Is it in there?
Yeah, who enforces that? That's the question, because it's.
Is it in there?
She says it's in there.
It is in there.
She's saying it's in there, but someone needs to enforce them to do it, and I don't know who would be
So
the,
the other enforcement of that, cause this is another one, I know I only have 3 minutes, is the bioretention basin is supposed to be aligned according to the DES rule, so who's enforcing that? And then there was supposed to be landscaping done, okay, I know it snowed, but they did do some landscaping and they did grade the DOT land, and I talked to DOT and they're like, well, we asked them to change it a little bit, they fixed a little bit, and so whatever. But our rule is they have to vegetate with special plants, and again, that's in the nod, the 100 facts of whatever they are. So who's in charge of enforcing that the correct plants went in to collect the oil spills and all that? So is that planning, I mean, the planning board's just gonna turn to me and say, well, we just plan, we don't enforce.
well, and that's, if I can answer that,
Please.
that's in fact absolutely true. The planning board does render a decision, and that decision is legally binding, as far as I understand, but the path for enforcement of it, to me, is not clear.
No.
It's not my responsibility to enforce an execution of a site plan. Among other things, there are often requirements in a site plan that aren't zoning and that I'm not qualified to render a decision on. Some of them might be, I mean, I can see if there's a canopy there or not, but that's not the point. The point is, if there's a bunch of requirements of a site plan, who is the agent that is supposed to be enforcing
Because
it?
the town paid a lot of money for this nod that lists everything that's supposed to happen, so the
Right.
town paid money to have Chris Bolt draft this thing.
May I
So,
ask her a question?
and why does it matter? It's because it's the aquifer, that's why it matters, it's our drinking water, so,
Go ahead, JT.
Blair, you had mentioned the bioretention basin needs to be aligned, what does it need to be aligned with?
I'm not an engineer, but if you read the DES rules, it's supposed to be fully lined, so it catches any spill that's happening.
So like aligned with the pump, is what
I
you're
don't think
saying?
it has to be a pump, I think it's just lined.
I think it's
Like a liner.
it's like a liner.
Okay, gotcha.
Swimming pool liner.
There's another question on the liner thing, because there's also something in the nod that says that the applicant is going to change the filter in the bioretention area, not the oil and water separator, but it says that they're supposed to change it annually, and they volunteered to change it annually, so who's in charge of overseeing that? And this is all about the water protection. And if I may, one more thing for fire chief, thank you for speaking. They're supposed to be bi-monthly getting a report to DES to you about the testing. And they're also supposed to be quarterly testing the public well supply that you're supposed to get a copy of. So there's a thing in the nod, I think it's number 75. Again, this is all in the nod. They're supposed to send you bi-monthly report from DES, and it doesn't even say in here what it is, but I assume it's the VOCs. And then quarterly, they're supposed to be sampling
So
public
there's a
waters.
monthly test they're supposed to be doing,
bi-monthly.
bi-monthly.
And what's this testing?
Yeah, it doesn't really say, it says the applicant, this is number 75, the applicant stated that they conduct DES tests of the property bi-monthly and everyone gets notified of the results, including the Effingham Fire Department. And so they've been there 2 months, so like,
Well, yeah, but what's the testing? You
So-
haven't answered my
I think
question.
it's the VOCs, I don't know, this came from your attorney.
No, it came from the town, whatever.
So,
With the permission of the board, I can reach out to the fuel inspector that issued them their license to dispense fuel. And discuss the
What is
diesel
that?
canopy, the bioretention basin and this testing. And find out what the state says from their perspective. As far as the fire department getting the results, I don't know what I would do with those if I were to get them. I mean, obviously, if there's a leak, then yes, that's something that I'm gonna need to be involved in, but, and I would guess that that's why I would get them, if there was a leak, I would know.
yeah,
I think that
But-
was the intent.
Yeah, so with the board's permission, I'll reach out to the gentleman from the state, the fuel inspector, and ask those questions and at least see if we can find some kind of answer.
Yeah, please,
I think
let me know.
the canopy's kinda key right now. 'cause
I will ask about the canopy.
So thank
And
you.
I mean, again, without asking the question, I can't speak definitively, but they did get their permit from DES and everybody at the state to dispense the fuel without it. So I'm guessing that it's not required at the state level.
It's not, it's in our ordinance.
Right, so, and the state probably didn't know that, so that's probably where that confusion comes,
And it
but,
might be EPA also, I'll check that out.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for doing that, thank you so much.
Thank you. Any additional public comments? State your name. State your name.
Corey. Just to follow up with the water testing, as a former restaurant family owner, I believe the bi-monthly is for the restaurant aspect, and the quarterly is for VOCs, which is something the planning board required, on top of, their required regular testing for being a restaurant. So the DES might say, well, we don't require that, but the planning board did require that because the tanks are put too close to the public water supply. As for myself, I would like to ask, did you receive the letter
Yes.
again? Okay, can we discuss it briefly?
As the chairman, so.
Okay, so DOT has confirmed the encroachment of their property, which confirms the violation of the wetlands ordinance. So Rebecca, do you enforce the wetlands ordinance?
Yeah, I mean, that is technically part of my responsibility because it is in the zone, it was rolled into the zoning ordinance at one
Right.
point, the process.
So they're in violation, which goes back to what I've read you guys before. Upon any well-founded information that this article is being violated, Article 16 wetlands, the select board or their appointed agent shall notify in writing the owner or tenant of the property on which the violation is alleged to occur. With a copy of such notification to the planning board, Concom, appropriate selectmen, and shall also notify New Hampshire Wetlands Bureau, Army Corps of Engineers, US EPA, or other such agencies, federal may have jurisdiction. Interesting part, once again, it's the state of New Hampshire that owns this land, so the state of New Hampshire must be notified. The concern here is they are dumping through a spillway stormwater that has not had all the gasoline components removed from it into the wetland buffer, into the wetland. And as they stated at a planning board meeting, throughout the years, you may remember, Chris, you spent a lot of time at those meetings. Those oil water separators do not work in the winter. This is a serious problem that could easily contaminate the aquifer. I mentioned before, I have a kerosene spill on my property, I bought the house with it, reported it to state of Maine, DEP. They worked hard to find out who did that because the groundwater oil cleanup fund will not cover spills if it's due to negligence. And I would say if this continues, it would be due to negligence and the town of Effingham should be responsible. And that's too bad for the taxpayers because I believe you said you spent well over $200,000 on this. I think Mr. Racine had said that. That's too much money to be putting everybody at risk of their drinking water and financially. So I ask that you follow through on that. Another quick point, since you do enforce the ordinance, Rebecca, I have not measured how far that diesel pump is from the building, but it is required in your ordinance to be 15 feet. And as a quick drive through, it does not appear to be 15 feet, so I'll ask that you put the measurement down. Take the tape measure and measure it.
Alright, 3 minutes up. Take it on advisement.
Did you answer though that you say that you will follow through, notify the
I'll take it on
state?
advisement.
That whole advisement thing doesn't work. You've been saying that for months. Required.
We're done. We're done.
Is that my 3 minutes?
Yep. We're done. Thank you. Any other public comments? Seeing none? We're gonna go into non-public.
Leo, real fast before you do it, we have one more thing that needs to be signed, which is for the trustees of trust fund. It's a voucher that has to be turned in for their next meeting on Monday. Before we go into any non-public. It's for the camera equipment.
Okay.
You stay,
Can I stay?
please.
If I'm invited to stay.
This is a camera for,
The camera, that's the camera project we voted on several months ago, yeah.
oh, no black pen, sorry. much is for the voucher? How much for the voucher?
Yeah, it's on the first page, 8,000.
Oh, got it, okay. Okay, we good?
Yes, make it.
Okay, make a motion to go non-public pursuant of RSA 91-8:3, comma, numeral 2, little c.
Second,
All in favor?
Siemens, aye.
Seeing aye.
Whistleback eye.
Thank you.
Don't pay any attention.
Somebody looks up, it's like, why is there dark?
You're okay with Rebecca saying? Yes. Okay, I have something relevant to start out with.
No problem.
Were you there the other night when they had that? Oh my gosh, all the way up.
I know, appreciate it. It's just,
And that was the police in the comments, that's where you acknowledge this was out. We go from there. And I was copied on that page, so I couldn't attend it.
And,
That was in the.
in case you don't know, DOT reached out to them in writing, we have that in 91-8.
It's hard to find a spot to get to where you can really get it
Expected to have the surveys come out, and they did
like that in direct 3 days.
Well, whoever it
They said
is,
that there was approximately.
been doing it a lot.
So 6 and 7 bucket
It
nights.
says right in that letter
Yeah.
that they already remedied the situation.
I have an idea what it is.
Oh, probably.
So when
We've
she
got
said,
conflicting information.
Okay.
we have a, well, because, so she was.
Oh, but ain't my kid.
Supposed to be reading the letter, okay?
If it is, I'll bring him to your house. You can scold him.
Yeah.
Right? And I asked for, that
I wanted
was.
to also, I know.
She held it up and she held it up.
I'll send it.
hello, it's just stretching.
Good idea. I'm not
Next time I'll
sure.
just ask you. Take them out.
I've been waiting for the
I
day.
bought myself a new station, right thing I had to borrow, where they made.
I'm ready for
it.
And I handed that back and I bought one of those
You guys will get to see a whole different side of me.
Eh?
Said you'll get to see a whole different side of me.
It works
And
good.
then.
Yeah.
It's different, though, it's a stationary bike, you're up on else, it's to work.
Yeah.
I mean, why are we sitting here for hours the other year?
Oh, I know.
There's nothing wrong with the place, I mean, the place is really, filled up with gas today.
Every quarter.
Matter of fact, what you pay your gas at the state?
It varies like literally per week, but it's like
Every day. I told him that.
Sometimes they were
And I forgot to down
Yeah, your diesel's
Right on my
like 25, 30 cents cheaper than everywhere else.
Feeling good
Actually, I
about
can
that.
tell
I'll
you.
like, not go up by you tomorrow or.
Yeah, it's on the
The state
When I went
rate.
to Bloomfield, I found that.
You must remember to bring it.
Road, I found
Okay.
that.
Before I forget it again.
You know.
That was why I waited to sign.
Sounds good.
All right.
Yeah, we're almost at the end, so hopefully we've done well for the kids. I don't know.
They kind of missed a major step.
Oh.
Patty will take what she
Signed
said.
off on some
Oh, I
stuff.
know.
Well, I wasn't appointed yet.
Thank you.
Paid
I went to the course the other
$2.23
day
a
and they're
gallon.
like, they're like, we haven't
Nice,
signed up for that
100%.
course and thank you for being here and you'll be good.
For like the PD and stuff, we're paying, like, I forget which month it was, but we were paying like $1.97 for a month. I forget what month
What
this
do I
year
do
was, but
with
it
it?
was
Since,
really
well,
good.
By next year, you'll be
according
down
to
there.
the RSA in the app, a health officer, the board of selectmen by default takes that, so we're still covered.
So you're covered, but yeah, okay.
Alright, so we're gonna go with, who's the first up on this
Oh,
non-public?
hold on, please wait.
Thank you.
Is it shut down? We shut it down.